13.
Okay.
And I promise you an indefinite number of Army of One medals.
Listen,
Yo.
Okay.
when Trials was around in D1, I used to do the sickest reef carries. I would get you all the way to Brother Vance to pick up your card.
All the
Every
way to
time.
Brother Vance.
Guaranteed.
Man, hey,
Yeah.
that's pretty great.
100%.
I'm impressed.
Just because I want to see where we are on the video delay front, I'm trying out something new here tonight, guys. I'm trying out seeing you two in just capturing two different Chrome tabules. So what I want you to do for me here is I've got your audio off, but I want you guys, since you're hearing me real time in Discord, I'm going to start counting from 0. And I want you guys to hold up the number of fingers all the way to 10 with me so I can look and see how delayed you are to me and
So I
how
gotta
delayed
use
you are to
both
each
hands?
other. Eventually. Yeah, it's going to be it's
right.
going to take some dexterity here. All right, so we'll go 0. So just hold up a fist. All right, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
It's really weird with that mirrored in my. I'm trying to watch
That's
it in my
actually-
OBS replay.
No, it's okay. I think Bill's only about 3 seconds ahead of you, Rock City. So that means
Okay.
that that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That's just a Twitch, that whatever.
Twitch
You're
thing.
both about 8 seconds behind me.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be talking to you in Discord. So that's going to be fine.
That works.
There
All
we
right.
go. I'm fixing things
So we
too.
got that. So you're capturing me now, Magic? Is that
Yes. And it's good. I
Okay.
think we're good. I think we're good.
we're good?
I just had to
Oh
like
my
move
goodness.
my camera around and like
Did
do all
you
kinds.
position yourself to look fantastic, like across from me,
This looks
so
really
that when I do
professional.
this, are we going to talk to each other?
No. We have to
Okay.
look the other way.
The other way, out
Yeah.
out the screen?
No.
Oh wait. Oh, this way.
Yes. So now we're like having a conversation. So hi,
You wanna know the
Teej.
funniest
Like,
part
what's
about
up?
that? Anybody watching me on Mixer right now, there's nobody there. It's just me.
It's
I'm
just you talking to
me.
yourself.
It's just me talking to myself.
Well, like, do I need to like adjust my camera because like yours is lighter,
So-
mine is darker lighting.
So here's what I figured out, Magic. If,
Oh,
if,
no.
if there's enough internet in the world for us next time, not tonight, but in
Okay.
the future, okay. I actually talked to Amanda about this, and she had a solution for me.
She's
So
amazing.
What we do, she's amazing. I know. So basically, we would start a Discord call where I would not have camera, right?
Okay.
And you would have camera.
Okay.
And then turns out that I can actually, through Streamlabs OBS, I can crop out sections of the window.
Yes.
So
done
I
this
can
several
crop
times.
out the Discord UI and just have a
The
magic
camera.
on a green screen.
Yeah.
And then I'll chroma the source in OBS, and then I'll put you wherever I want.
I mean, yeah. That's. We'll work on that for next
so that's
time.
one option.
We're
Yeah, for
working
next
on. This is already a step in the right direction. I'm
Already a
excited.
step in the right direction.
So,
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
For Bill and Rock, like the short version of this whole conversation is we had trouble last episode with synchronizing our views of the gameplay. So we had to kind of rework the whole like production side of things so that that we're seeing the same thing at the same time. Yeah.
Right. Right. So what
yeah.
the solution for that is that I'm capturing you two, and then to keep Magic in line with what I see, she's capturing me.
Oh,
So-
okay. There you go.
I'm just going to be in control of all of our scene switching and all that.
So
kinda
big
good
shout out to Big Daddy Teej running production today. That's why I'm
Big Daddy
handling
Teej.
like Discord and map selection and like player
of map
communication and all that good stuff. But Teej is running production, so bravo on that.
Got it.
with the little dance too. Bonus.
Yeah. Yeah,
Speaking of map
Um,
selection,
Speaking of map selection, yeah, here we are. So have we decided where we're playing first tonight?
Yes, we have.
Oh.
so
where are we going?
we've kind of already talked it out. So we're gonna do similar to what we had last episode. So we're gonna let each of the teams pick like a map and enemy type, and then after that, we're gonna basically pick the not used maps. So we're gonna let them start off in their comfort zone a little bit before we throw them to the scorn or to the wolves, or we throw loops at
To
them.
the scorn of the House of Wolves?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
Bill's team is actually going to have first choice and then Rock City.
Okay.
And so after the second match, we are doing a best out of 5 Gambit Prime. So first team to get 3. After the second match, Bill, can we do a short interview with you? We'll let Rock City's team have an intermission, and then after usually the fourth match or third if it's a what's it called? Where one
Sweep?
Yes, a sweep.
Sweep.
Yes. Then we'll do an interview for Rock City. So we'll talk about your channel, get to know you a little bit. But first we want to see the gameplay. Does that make sense for Bill and Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does. Yeah, I think
Sweet.
that's makes sense to me.
Cool.
I'm doing stuff and things here.
So first map, Bill, I know you said Cabal and you said Legion's Folly?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to go Legion's Folly Cabal at first. And then after that, it's going to be Rock City's team, and they picked New Arcadia. Do you know what enemy type you're going to be doing yet, Rock?
We're gonna bring a sword.
Oh,
and go Hive.
Hive. Bring a sword. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So that'll be it for matchups 1 and 2. And then after that, we'll fill you in on the maps and enemy choices from then on.
All right.
Sounds like fun.
Cool.
Excited.
All right.
Very.
All right, me too. Hey, Bill, nice jersey, by the way. Looking the part.
Ooh.
Very much.
Wait a
I
minute.
earned
Did
it.
you two coordinate this? That's
We didn't.
adorable.
I only
Where's
wore
my
mine 'cause I
collector
wore it last
jersey?
time. I don't know.
I earned this. I
Should have
earned
got
this
your
back.
title sooner.
Gosh.
I earned this back during
Gosh.
the season of the Drifter.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually.
Oh,
pick
Wheel
up
of
Warlock.
Gambit would be fun.
I didn't pick up Gambit, or I didn't pick up Warlock or Titan until almost the end of Forsaken. So I ran pretty much everything on my Hunter for a while. Then I started like, oh, crayons. I love crayons.
I love
crayons. Are awesome.
Totally.
But
I'm
Crayola
around,
or Rose Art? I just have to know.
Crayola. Don't even come at me with that Rose Art mess.
Oh my goodness.
Don't-
There's some
don't-
serious
oh.
crayon affinity here in the
You're
chat.
right. Well, see, here's the thing. This is a Hunter main trying to tell me, a Titan main, what crayons to eat. Hello.
I wasn't telling, I was asking. But
Okay,
hey,
okay.
good luck with your games, guys. We'll talk again
Oh my
soon.
goodness. Oh, there we are.
You can take
all
out your
right.
aggression in the Gambit Prime match.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
okay.
get it. They can let it all, leave it all on the field, guys. All right.
Right.
There we go.
We will.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks,
All
bye.
right. So
I'm
Amanda, good
excited.
evening.
Hi.
We're here.
Yeah.
It's episode 2.
Man, feels good. Feels good. It's always like,
Does feel good.
you know, working out the kinks a little bit, but I think we're making good progress.
Good progress. indeed, for sure.
And
Yeah.
it was, you know, what was really cool.
What was that?
Right when you were on like you're starting soon, and I was just hanging out in Discord chatting with Rock and Bill, and the cool thing was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, one of them followed the other on their Twitch channel, and then they followed back, and then they interacted a little bit on
Aw.
Twitter. So it's like two people that would have never probably met otherwise, and now we're bringing them together, and look at that, we're forging friendships.
Oh my
How
goodness, that's
destiny is that?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's what Destiny's all about.
That's
You know what I'm not doing is forging friendships on Twitter by creating political divide. amongst our-
I feel
Our
so
community.
bad for CD though, because like he's making all these really great tweets, but I cannot get behind Aldrin at all. So I just like, I don't even want to like this. Like, I'm sorry, CD, like post something else. I can't. So I'm with you.
Right.
Anna Bray 2020.
Yeah, right, all right.
Yeah.
Bustful Nuts would like me to tell you that she's here and she says hello. She appreciates you.
Hi Nuns, you beautiful
All right.
person. He's like, all right, now that's out of the way. So yeah, first matchup here. This is Bill the
First match of the
Conqueror's team's choice, and
Bill the
they
Conqueror's
picked
team's
Legion's Folly, and they picked Cabal. So
did.
they want the beefy boys.
Big beefy boys.
Yeah, and then after that it'll be New Arcadia. I love how Rock was like, "Bring a sword, we're going Hive."
We're
Like
going
that
Hive.
was
I
that just
love
made
that,
me
man.
happy.
I love it. Well, considering it is Bill's choice, we're on board with Bill to kick things off. And they're loading into the map now. Now these guys, you just mentioned they didn't know each other prior to this. So
Right.
unlike CD and Ty, who kind of have a pre-existing relationship from
Yes.
episode 1, this is more of a like my team versus your team. We don't know much about each other. Let's go.
I love it. I don't know. It's like I like that it's a different dynamic than before. Not that one's necessarily better than the other, but like that this is something new.
Yeah, it is something new. All right, so we're in. The Drifter's giving his witty one-liner greetings to the team. They're emoting at each other in the
Naturally.
barrier areas. Naturally.
What's
as you
your
do.
emote of choice for this? I feel like this is important. Like this,
I mean, they're doing the cowbell, which is one of my favorite things there. That's been, Rock City's team was doing cowbell. I do love that one. But we're on here with Bill. checking things out. He's starting off with Recluse. Have you used Recluse since the nerf?
I use it a little bit, but definitely not as much like as I used to. Like it used to be a permanently attached loadout item, but now it's like very, very seldom.
I think mine's in the vault. I don't even know where it is. Maybe I deleted it.
I feel like since the nerf, I'm really enjoying sidearms. I have an anonymous autumn I use a lot that has full auto, or I'll use Rat King has been a lot of fun lately. I don't know.
I did Niobe Labs for the first time with
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was great. I mean, I had never bothered to do it because it was too hard. And Daft and myself decided that we were gonna partner up with CD Johnson and go for it. But anyway, first dunks are in, and Rock City's team already has enough for an invasion.
That's pretty clutch.
That's quick after one wave of ads. My
so
goodness.
Here's the one disadvantage. So they're banking all these moats, but they're not going to drain anything from the other bank because the other team didn't have anything yet. But opening that first portal, if you have a good invader, you don't have to let them in bank at all. But they do have 15. They do have 15 on the other side.
That's right.
Did Rock already send an invader? I missed it.
They have not sent an invader. No invader sent from Rock so far, at least from what I can tell. And we'll switch over to them since they're kind of coming ahead here. They're mowing down the ads. It looks like Rock's kind of on a Reaper duty.
Yes.
Here. Also running Recluse up top, which is, I mean, I had no idea it was still so treacherously meta.
I mean, I think it's a really fast reload speed, and it just deals out a good amount of damage. You know, you pair it with a sniper or a scout rifle, and you're pretty much equipped for any situation. So, like,
anything.
I don't think it's bad. What is this, a Randy's he's got with it? I love Randy's so much.
His partner Randy's with Recluse.
Yes.
The invader from Bill's team is here. I don't see them on the map, though, and Bill is not the invader, so I don't have a perspective of where this guy could be at all, but I did think I just saw Truth Rocket come from the steps.
Dude, that's always the sign. Look for the bullet fire, or, you know, you hear those rockets. But Truth, Truth is so OP.
Goodness.
Like, it's not even fair. Is that getting a nerf?
I don't think so. I didn't read it. I did read the TWAB today, and I didn't see anything in there about it. But Rock City's team has cleared the invader. No loss of moats. Although Bill's team, let's switch back over, has just gotten themselves a second invasion.
Ooh, it's very close. Look at 54-52. They're both right at halfway. There is an invader present over here on Bill's side. I don't know if he. I think he's on the other side of this pillar. He's kind of ducking around. I don't know.
Right here, he's playing a little footsie with Bill.
No,
oh,
no.
My goodness, no, maybe not. Bill on Reaper duty here.
Oh no, it's
Bill's
Wes.
Teammates are dead.
Yeah, he got two of them. He got two on the other side. So at drill, he killed two of them, and Wes is the invader.
Okay, and it looks like here we are where there's some Bill just doesn't even care at all. He's just waiting for him to go away. He's just clearing ads and taking moats. That's the name of the game.
He might not want to watch out for that portal though, because if you jump in the drill, you come up right behind him. But
true.
I think he's gonna use a super. Oh, I called it. And then we switched away.
We switched to see. Oh, there he goes. He's rocking in with the charge here.
He's just gonna try to finish clearing off this wave, which I think is really key. But they are losing moats at the same time. I almost think he should rush mid and take care of those blockers.
Yep.
Then they did stop the draining, but on the other side, you see Rock's team already has 91.
I mean, Rock's team, they just killed a high value target, a wanted enemy. That's gonna be more than enough to get the prime up. There's the prime for Rock City's team. And I don't know what boss they're going to get here, but they got to clear some envoys. Do we know? I guess there's no on-screen prompt for what you get for a...
don't know. I kept dealing with Meatball on this map today, so...
You were playing some normal games?
I was... Okay, so let me talk about it. Like, before you give me that tone, Tej, I was playing on a Titan, and I was trying to finish up my 2,000 melee kills for the triumph. So that's why, like, there was not really a reason to be in Prime. 2,000.
Oh, it's the Hobgoblin.
I am less than 100 away. I might finish it after the show tonight, to be honest. So I need like 50 invader kills and like 100 melee kills, and I'll have both of those triumphs done. But side note, I just passed 200 triumphs for Gambit, so that makes me pretty happy.
Yes.
Something.
Amazing.
Look at this damage, though.
Work.
Oh my goodness! First wave, they got half. I don't think I've ever seen half on one wave. That's
big invasion
absurd.
Opportunity here for Bill. Here comes the Q has invaded, so we're looking for here comes the Q. Looks like yep, there they are. They're over on by the drill.
Rock's getting some nice hits with that Randy's cross map. Playing a little safe because he lost some health there. Oh, he got one. He got Hawks. Hawks is down. I can't see what the timer is, unfortunately, because of the camera, but
Tint is gone, so he's been removed. Q is back on his own side, and the Primeval Envoy is now, Primeval Boss is now up for both sides.
so here's the thing. They're back to 2/3 health, but they also, Rock's team has 2 large blockers that are going to give them some trouble as well.
True.
This is a really good chance for Bill. That was a good invade, even though they only got, what, 1 or 2 kills? It was just a really good stall.
Yep, absolutely. There is an invader present from Rock's team.
Oh, look at
Bill's
the
side
damage
right
just
now.
chunking away, though.
Unbelievable, the damage. I can't believe what are we're gonna have to find out what these kills are, 'cause that's an
Dude.
absolutely wrecking ball of
I mean,
damage.
I think Rock was running Blade Barrage, which obviously if you run that with Shards of Galanor, you can get good damage. I'm not sure if he
can.
did use it. He's used the
Yep.
super obviously this round. I just never caught when. I'm going to assume
Yep.
it was on Primeval damage.
It
but,
was. He popped
they
it
just-
during that last phase there.
Oh, the invader is here. He's got
Q's
sights on
back
him.
over again. Yep, looking in.
Going after
Rock's just
Sweets.
got a beat on these spawns. And there they go. Ouch, just like that. Sweets takes the invader. My goodness.
I mean, Rock kind of like softened up the invader, and then Sweets with I think a recluse or an SMG of some kind cleaned it up.
So, guys, if you haven't seen, this is the 2 rosters for both teams competing tonight. We've got an alpha team, BilltheConquerer, Mad Monty, Unhappy Quasar, and Mayhem. And then RocCityRoller, Sweets, Hawks, and Wes on Bravo team.
So different. Like I'm noticing some difference from like PC to Xbox too. Like the kill feed, like there's all these like little symbols and stuff next to characters, just throwing me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's that? Oh, that's something different.
I know, it's all this PC, all the PC rostering there. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, for sure.
So there's the first round. Does go to Rock's team, although it wasn't. It was fairly close. I think Bill's team had their primeval about half damage. The main difference was, so they were like tied at about 50, 52, 54 or whatever. But then for whatever reason, from 54 to 100, Rock's team just took off and Bill's team wasn't able to make up the difference there.
They absolutely did. Yeah, for sure. And that's like that tends to happen when your invasions don't work the way you want them to.
True.
You absolutely can go down and be unable to come back without the healing power of an invader, which is sometimes tricky for teams to get a hold of.
Here's another advantage when it comes to PC. Like they can just use the in-game chat, to kind of communicate back and forth. That's pretty handy.
Spawn points and all that stuff.
Yeah. So you can see Rock's kind of communicating over to Bill because it's Rock City's team. They're choosing New Arcadia, Bring a Sword, Hive. Let's go. So remember, Chet, if you're new to the show, this is a best out of 5 Gambit Prime matchup. So we let the 2 teams pick a map and enemy type for the games 1 and 2. After which we'll do a short intermission. We're actually going to talk to BilltheConquerer first. Just talk to him about his channel, about his stream, about his love for Destiny. Give both teams a little bit of a break, and then we'll head back into 3, 4, maybe up to 5 matchups. And this time, TJ and I are gonna pick maps, enemy types. I mean, like, is the question always when are we gonna throw Scorn at them? Like, that's always the question to me.
That's the question, right? That's when are we allowed to throw Scorn at them? No one's gonna choose it. We're gonna have to choose it for them at some point.
Well, I asked him like map and enemy type, and Rock City was like New Arcadia, anything but Scorn. Like he didn't even pick an enemy type. He just said not Scorn.
Oh my goodness. No, we're gonna have to cancel that. You gotta play the hard game at some point, boys. It can't just be easy the whole way through. What fun is that?
Did we have Scorn in episode 1? I don't think we got to it.
We didn't. Nobody did any Scorn. Nobody picked Scorn. They're not gonna pick Scorn.
I know, but we only let them pick games 1 and 2. So if it's 2-0, I think game 3 we do Scorn.
Game 3 we do some Scorn. Well, here we go. So if I'm updating our scoreboard here, that looks like that was the RocCityRollers team, who they are, of course, Bravo team. So I'm gonna go ahead and update that for them for their first win.
I like it. So now that we have Hive instead of Cabal, what's the main strategic difference here?
Cabal, you say Cabal instead of Hive?
Well, now it's Hive instead of Cabal.
Now it's
So the other way around.
instead of Cabal.
Yes.
So with whenever my team goes up against the Hive, I find that the biggest thing that I often forget is just how lethal that extra burn damage from knights can be.
Dude, to me, it's shriekers, man. Shriekers get me every time. Yes. I always underestimate how much damage they're gonna put out, but the burn damage definitely makes sense.
Yep. The burn damage is a lot from the knights and their guns, and then of course the taken knights. That's the other thing I forget about them when they spawn blockers is they have their own face fire. It's not even a completely different
Wait a minute,
thing.
so the blockers are different based on the enemy type?
So the hive knights themselves have those burny fire guns, the big wide spreading things. And
aren't they
and
called
the
boomers?
acolytes with the fire
Like hive
grenades.
boomers?
Well, no, what are they called? No, they're splinters. That's a new one. It's Destiny 2. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay. And then you've got the taken knights that just shoot fire out of their face. So either way, if it's some kind of hive, you're on fire all the time. Look at that. There he was. You see that damage? Rock City's shield just cracked from one of those splinter shots. It's unbelievable.
You have to really keep an eye on your health bar. You know, and he was playing it really safe right there. Sometimes, like, I mean, I play full aggressive collector mode. But I use like all the little tricks. Like I use dodge for invis. So I just rush in there and I'll use a full collector set. So if you collect 5 motes quickly, you get an overshield. But here we go. The shriekers. This is my fear when it comes.
To take on that shrieker with.
Well, there's also one to his right. He needs to be careful that he's not going to get actually hit from both sides. But they took it down.
Maybe not as brave as I had suggested because this is PC where there is no recoil. So that would. I'm used to Xbox where that recluse wouldn't have been able to even hit the shrieker.
You'd hit 1 out of 5 bullets. Got it. Yeah. I got it. There's 15 damage. Let's go. Look at. Are they gonna invade? Are they gonna?
Well, their invader just dunked.
Yeah.
And it looks like. Yep. There
you go.
Wes is jumping over.
Wes is on the way.
Let's take a look at Bill's side with this invasion so we can kind of get a glimpse at some of the damage that's happening here. So. Bill is not going to challenge the invader.
Wes got 2 with a machine gun.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. What is it? Hammerhead, you think? Or I would think Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. I would imagine it's Hammerhead. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Delirium 21, but not for this.
Running fast, running.
They got him. They got him.
He's gone. They got him.
Made him snipe down Wes, but he took down I think the 2 that other than Bill, they had a lot of motes. They had 40 to 50 stocked up. Is he gonna wait? I think he wants to wait to bank with someone else. But on the other side, with no invader present, someone lost 12 motes on Rock's team.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rock's I mean, again, high.
It was a night.
Nothing to be messed with, you guys. It's not a thing that you got to be careful. You got to be careful with this stuff. There they go, 45, and there's another 8 from Rock City. That's going to be enough for their second invasion.
Oh, I hope Bill doesn't die. I'll watch the kill feed.
Collecting motes. Now, Bill's team does have enough pocketed to get their first invasion.
Bill
on the
lost
field.
the 15. Oh, the second invade. It was Hammerhead. We called it. And Mayhem lost 15. And they're back at 0.
Oh my goodness. All right, with the invader gone, we're gonna check back in on Rock's team.
That hurt my soul.
That was a tough one, man. That was a tough bout there. That's woof.
I mean, but on the other hand, GG's to Wes. Invasion skills are rocking.
GG's to Wes invasion.
I tell you what, having a clutch invader is so key.
So key. I mean,
don't make this about you, Teach.
I'm a little biased, of course,
I know.
But I do think that the invader set may be the most potent.
I think so.
As far as armor goes.
The fact that it just locks the bank when you invade that's got to be
crazy.
The biggest perk in the game. I think.
Absolutely is. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You're a blocker that can go hide in the back of the map with a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
That's
like you literally don't have to do anything except not die, and you're an effective invader with the full set.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
Wild.
So we're here, Rock's team all the way up to 92 with enough pocketed to summon the boss. Rock's just going to grab a bunch of motes anyway and head back himself. That Randy's Recluse combo. Guys, these pinnacle PvP weapons make huge plays in Gambit.
I tell you what, I've been using a lot of similar loadouts in PvP and Gambit. There's a lot more crossover, I think, than what you'd originally realize.
Definitely. Yeah, totally agree.
I use a lot of Randy's Mindbender with Stompies and just sprint across the map.
Okay. Yep. Randy's Mindbenders is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good kit. It's a real good kit. So it looks like that like Rock is just on this recluse life.
Yes.
And this team is hitting.
Is he gonna Blade Barrage? I want to see if he's gonna.
I don't know. And just see if he does any kind of super action here. Oh,
Well,
Monty in for an invasion and is immediately wiped off the face of the earth. Oh my goodness.
Wes. Wes the Invader was also countering the Invader.
Counter invading, yeah. Yeah. I do find that despite the fact that Bungie seems to suggest that the Sentry is your anti-invader, I find that as an invader myself, I do the counter invading.
I
also
have to agree with you. And I think the Sentry set, the perks are probably the weakest. I don't know. Sentry and Reaper are both not all that useful. I think if you have a number one top tier invader is Clutch, and then I'd say second to that is Collector. So basically when TG and I team up, we're like the deadly duo.
We're unstoppable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So I'm noticing here, Rock City's wearing a full Sentry set. They have at least in a full Invader set, I see a Reaper set there. Do you know if they're running a full Collector as well to round out the whole thing?
Don't know. When they're in the waiting room area, that would probably be the best chance
to ask.
To check it out.
Oh no, Sweet's got a nice snipe on Monty on another invasion. No damage healed to the Primeval. Few blockers to clear as Bill's team plays catch up here. The catch up mechanics, this can be a pretty jarring, kind of momentum halter if you're not careful, because if you let those blockers stack up, they'll ruin your damage phase on a Primeval boss.
Dude, yeah, especially those knights, and even like goblins can be super useful. So if you know your team is behind, the other team already has Primeval, just setting a couple of really pesky goblins can mess up their damage phase.
Just to throw that immunity down. Like, no damage for you. Look at this melt.
Oh my, this is
Rock
it.
Hasn't even used the super yet.
There
it goes. There's the Blade Barrage for the win.
He didn't even need it.
Cow.
It was like the cherry on top. That was pretty savage.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Hey, Bill.
Hey. How we doing?
So I just have to say our hearts broke a little bit for you when you and teammate both lost 15 motes. I've been there. Like, I know that feeling. And man, their invader was not taking it easy on you guys.
Well, I think what that more boiled down to was some communication on our part. We how do I phrase this? We didn't really communicate very well because we were getting frustrated at things that didn't really have an effect on that. So
that makes sense.
What happened was we got distracted by something in the game that seemed like to be unfair or didn't fit the way we were used to playing, so we got distracted. That's all.
I gotcha.
Sure.
I mean,
Understood.
that's the mental side is so huge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed I was talking to Magic as soon as we started watching your first game there. You and Rock both are leading off with full recluse usage. Now, granted, I'm no PC main. I play on PC very sparingly. Do you find that even after its adjustments, that it is still just as potent to use as ad clear? You must.
It rocks.
It's in your loadout.
It flat out rocks.
Wow.
So when you combine recluse with either, especially on the helmet, if you combine that with a scatter projectile targeting, and then you combine it with a reload perk, and then you combine that with the loadout that I have when it comes to Arc Titan with shoulder charge and skull fort. I mean, it's
interesting.
You saw that in the first game. I banged 15 motes 3 times. And so the main reason I run skull fort is that if I get into a group where I'm down when it comes to health, and all I have to do is find the right red bar, add to shoulder charge, and I'll fill my health back up.
Okay.
So that's the strategy that I was using there. It's like, cool. We got this worked out before, and I usually run solar, and the reason that I like to run solar when I'm doing Gambit by myself is that I like to be able to clear the middle faster.
Yeah.
So game 1 I ran I ran Paradox and Paradox with Recluse, and my Paradox has a 1-2 punch. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
So the plan was, when we got to that part where we got to the part where we had the primeval, I can take out an envoy in 2 volleys. So it's
true.
shoot punch.
Interesting. Yeah.
So basically when I'm handling the 3 envoys before we get the main well to shoot the primeval, the idea is that if I can't throw a grenade, I dive in and shoot punch, and that you usually take care of everything. However, you saw that we were dealing with an invade right at that point, so I figured, well, I have to clear all 3 by myself. So then I just decided to go super. So
now, do you guys have a dedicated anti-invader?
So myself and Mayhem are basically doing the ad clear, and who's ever not invading between Quasar and Monty.
Okay, excellent. And are you guys what Gambit Prime armor sets do you rock? And I assume you have the jersey you're wearing. You must be wearing a Sentry set then, right?
Actually, no. I'm running on my Titan is Reaper.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Very nice. Yeah.
I chose a Reaper Titan over doing my Sentry Hunter, simply because so those perks, the first perk, if there's a non-primeval boss and you shoot it, it not only marks the target, but it also weakens them.
Sure.
Then with the shoulder charge that I have, if I dive into a group of red bars and it drops a bunch of special ammo, which is great for Monty and Q because both of them have snipers. So
sure.
And then the third perk, all the motes that I create last longer. So if I dive in and make 12 motes all at once that I can't either pick up right in the moment, or if I'm full, if somebody's a little further away, then I can give those to them.
Excellent.
So a question to go along with that then, would you think that with the current role that you're playing, that the Reaper set is more helpful than a collector set? Because it sounds like you're doing a lot of collecting too.
So, right.
That was not a loaded question. It's just a question.
Right. So we actually talked about this, and we chose 2 Reapers because. Yeah. Hi, Turbo.
Interesting.
So we actually chose.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna comment on the cat, but now is that your granddaughter?
This is my awesome granddaughter.
Oh my goodness! Look at her, she's adorable.
So, anyways, so we actually talked about it, and we chose 2 Reapers simply because we saw the only benefit to having a collector was the 20 motes, and so being able to drop 20 motes at one time not only locks their bank, and it also drains them. So that's really the only benefit. Whereas if you see you later.
That's too cute.
My chat's loving the cat.
The cat and the granddaughter, like, come on, that's just this wholesome.
Fireplace. Oh my goodness, you got the whole set up there. That's amazing.
Bill, I have met few channels that are maybe more wholesome than mine. I think you win. You win.
A kitty rolling around in a fireplace. How do either of us top that? That's some excellent content creation right there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But
so, Bill, what's your next move? You guys are coming off of a 2-game defeat, and looking at this third round. Okay. What we're gonna get out of this interview, and what's your rally cry? What are you gonna tell your team to make sure that game 3 goes to you guys?
It's just as simple as we need to get out of our own way.
Sure.
And you can't win 3 in a row or 4 in a row. You can't win 3 in a row till you win the first one. So
yeah,
I love it.
that's right. Man, that's a great way to look at that, isn't it?
So good. Just like break it down piece by piece.
Perfect.
So Bill, real quick, this has been really insightful to kind of hear about like your Gambit strategies. I think I'm learning. I don't know if you'll get me off the collector set, but I'm interested at least in the Reaper set now. Just something. But outside of Gambit, what is it that your channel kind of focuses on, Destiny wise or content wise? Obviously you got your fireplace, you got your cat, you got your granddaughter, but you got a lot of things going for you. But yeah, anything else about your channel that you kind of want to talk about?
So, I use, and I think all channels that have a sustained community, the centerpiece is the centerpiece isn't the game, it's the actual community. And in order to build that community, you have to have people who have common interests. My personal interest when it comes to gaming is more on the business side, why stuff happens.
Sure.
And so I work really hard at understanding why things happen in the news, and why does one company succeed and one company have issues? Why does one esports org seem to work and why not? And so I spend a lot of time on stream talking about business. I talk about, when you're talking,
that's really cool.
So for example, when you're talking about esports orgs, I've said it for several months. Esports loses money. Esports orgs lose money, and people are like, well, wait a minute, like, no. Orgs lose money. The players get paid. The players are getting paid. The players get their money. But what I'm saying is, orgs in general lose cash on esports. They have to understand that this is more than just showing up and watching people play video games. And a really good example of that, this last week you saw 100 Thieves. They opened their store and they had a line 2 miles down the block. Okay, so what does that tell you? It's about brand. It's about personalities. It's about communication. It's about what is your common goal. And while gaming is what brings us together at the foundation, gaming is also very fragmented into silos. The people in fighting games don't talk to the people who play shooters, who don't talk to people who play card games. They're just all different people. And as long as you understand that and understand humans and how they're tribal and how they act and why they do certain things, it's a really fascinating story. So I spend a lot of time on my stream talking about, people ask me, hey, the TWAB came out. What do you think about that? And like, well, here's what Bungie's doing. They're trying to, blah, blah, blah. We talk about that. Or people talk to me about, when it comes to the content standpoint, how do you market to this? How do you talk to this? And like, you just have to understand the people, understand the game.
Sure.
So talking to people who play Call of Duty is inherently different. Inherently, at its core, is different than talking to people who is inherently different than talking to people who play Hearthstone. It's a different game. It's a different community. You have to understand that. You have to understand how the games have aged over time.
Absolutely.
There's just a whole lot to think about. And I'm older, so I come from a time when the internet didn't even exist. My first experience on the internet was with AOL dial-up. So seeing AOL dial-up to now and talking about that sort of thing, it's funny because people are like, oh, I can go to college and get an esports degree. I'm like, no, all you're going for is a degree in business. They're dressing it up as esports. It's the same concepts. That's all.
Bill, that's really cool. I like that you have kind of a unique take on things and using that experience.
Absolutely.
So, everybody chat, go drop a follow, BilltheConquerer, and start up some conversations about esports, business side of gaming. I think it's a lot of interesting stuff. But yeah, I think we're gonna head back into the game 3. Best of luck to you. And Bill, while I have you here, we're gonna go to my least favorite map, Deep Six,
Deep
the
Six.
giant donut of death. And it's not just that, it's gonna be scored because I am the worst.
Scorn it is.
So Deep
Scorn
Six
it is.
scorn,
Scorn a Deep Six.
and good luck. Have fun.
Deep Six and Scorn.
Yeah.
Deep Six
Is that
okay.
evil? I'm so evil.
It's all right.
Oh no.
We'll
Dun, dun,
adapt.
dun.
Adapt and overcome, right?
Adapt
Deep
and
Six,
overcome.
that's right.
Adapt,
You guys are gonna have
improve, overcome, I think.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Yes.
All right. Sounds like fun.
All right. See you guys on the other side.
All right, good luck.
See you in there.
I don't know. There's so many things about Deep Six that I dislike. I've
I agree.
gotten better at utilizing the conveyor belts, but they just annoy me. And just how it's
Okay.
all like broken up into different buildings and sections, and it's huge. And I hate it. And callouts are so confusing on this map.
So this is the thing. I can tell you. So think of the map they just played, right?
Yeah.
We got base, steps, and drill.
Yes.
Okay.
Legion's Folly.
On,
Yes.
on the Earth map, Emerald Coast, I can
Mhm.
tell you it's beach, trees, and ruins.
Yeah.
All right. I can tell you every single one. Right.
Yeah.
On Arcadia, it's the depot, the caverns, and the oh no, I'm gonna embarrass myself because I don't know. the third one.
I don't know either, and not either of those two.
Right.
And the other spot, I don't
The
know.
other one, but the problem is that I can't tell. I can
Sorry,
tell you what.
Johnny.
Maybe Rig is Rig one of the ones.
I think
don't
Rig
know.
is. I think Rig is the one that's like set out. Like there's two areas that are inside the buildings, like red building, white building, and then there's the area that's like outside, separate, like
Right,
more open.
right.
I think that's Rig. I couldn't tell
I've got
you.
CD Johnson
but,
in
like-
chat saying Deep Six has conveyor, middle, and over there. He's to your right.
Over there,
true.
there to your right is
Too
the.
true.
Oh my gosh! But
Oh,
like
that's
I
pretty funny.
like I'm a stickler. I love refined call outs and team communication is
Sure.
really important to me, and Deep Six just kind of ruins it. Like where is he?
I agree.
Next to the building that it's okay. Top level or bottom level is about as specific as you can get on that map.
Right.
But anyways.
Right. Well, we're gonna be hopping in here with RocCityRoller for the start of this map. They are the winning team, 2 matches straight now, and this could be the end of the tournament this evening if they pull a win here.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't, get rushed by torches of death when it
Yeah.
comes to scoring. I just remember when I was going for the medal of like, what is it? Collecting 75 motes without dying or whatever.
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
remember I just gave up whenever it was scoring. Like, just forget about it when
Sure.
it's
Forget
scored.
about it. It's over. Yeah.
It's so hard to be an aggressive collector against scorn because there's so much flames and explosions and yeah.
Also, Magic, I don't know if there's somebody there who's also happens to be tuned into Bill. Oh, you know what? Never mind. He
I
was
can
still
check.
sitting there. We're all good. He was sitting on an interview camera screen. I didn't know if he wanted to switch that before we started, but he took care of it.
Good call though. Good
All
call.
So here we are jumping in live at RocCityRoller again, rocking the Recluse. I think contrasted to the Nessus map, this is a much more appropriate map for Recluse usage. You may even see me pull out a Recluse on here every now and again. It's very tight quartered map.
Yeah, lots of corners and little buildings and stuff. But then on the other hand, you almost have to have a sniper as invader because just the distance on the map.
I have found that the conveyor, the round nature of this map throws off my snipe game like
Yes.
crazy on this map. So I found the only thing that I can really do to any successful extent is if I'm invading on Deep Six, I constantly throw on Delirium, get on a conveyor belt, and get as close as I possibly can,
Really?
as quickly as I possibly can. Yep.
Delirium rush on Deep Six. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
So here they are at this location. The first one was called Burrow. I think this is Rig.
Burrow.
I think
Okay,
the
all right,
first one
so
was
those are
Burrow. I think
Burrow.
this is Rig. I think
Rig.
This is,
And then what's
yeah.
the other one?
The other.
The other building. The red one.
Oh no!
What's the trigger gonna say?
I don't know.
Enemy spawning at the red place. Like, that's what? No, that's not what he's gonna say.
I'm
Oh
dead,
my
I'm
goodness.
dead.
Oh no, yeah. Okay, so they were just at the rig.
I would just. Oh my
okay.
gosh! What if we just did voiceovers for
Unreal.
all of Drifter's Line? And they're just the most helpful,
Right?
unhelpful. Enemy
Unhelpful.
spawning over there.
Invader inbound. He's by the thing. You're like what? What thing?
Okay, but
What's he
speaking
by?
of Drifter's annoying callouts, why is he always wrong about envoys being dead in regular Gambit?
I don't know.
How hard is that to fix?
I've asked myself the same thing.
Like, just take out the voice line. If it's like, I've literally had to tell people that this call out is wrong more times than it's right. Like, envoys ate the dirt.
I think what it is it's like there's a call out for a single envoy death, and there's call outs for both of them being dead, and they share a pool, which is when an envoy dies, a random quote is selected.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, still bad, but that would make more sense.
It's wrong. Right.
Right, wrong, right,
goodness.
right.
So here we go. Rock's team
53
already with 53 in the bank. 2 invades ready. I don't think they've redeemed a thing. Oh, they did. They have redeemed 1. There is an invader present on the other side of the map with Bill right now.
Okay.
Trying to clear out what ultimately is a rather small pocket. Mayhem's holding a few moats.
Bill's working on these blockers right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that invader's out. So it looks like no kills for that invader. So pretty clean run for Bill's team, avoiding some danger there.
I like it. They did bank that 15 as well, which is good. Not enough for an invader though yet. And Rock City just dropped enough blockers to drain
invade
the
ready.
bank.
And the invader has already jumped back over to Bill's team, taking advantage of that 50 benchmark invasion. So they're still going to have another once he gets back.
Oh, that's
unless
wild.
Bill's team can drain them below 75.
And there it is, Wes again with the hammerhead. He's brutal.
Unreal. That
Just
hammerhead,
shredding.
I'm telling you, machine guns on Deep Six do absolute work.
You know what? He was doing work with hammerhead on the last map as well, but you're not wrong. He's making it work here.
I do wonder if with this being PC, just because I don't think I've played Gambit on PC, to be honest. Recluse, hammerhead, there's all these weapons that on to us, we're console mains.
Yeah.
We see them as kind of tricky to wield sometimes. You know, hammerhead's got a little bit of kick to it. Recluse has a lot of kick to it.
Yeah.
I think that maybe is it a PC thing where on keyboard and mouse with 0 recoil, hammerhead might as well be a scout rifle on this.
And that's like, if I'm invading, I want truth because I want the ultimate tracking.
Sure, yeah.
I'll use
where I aim at the guy, then aim at the sky, and it just flies in from nowhere.
Pretty great. I'll use hammerhead if I am doing the collector role and not so much worried about invading. It does counter invaders really well because it has, good range compared to like Delirium and stuff. But man, I've never really used it for invading. So
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
You see here, Bill does have a
City.
full set of 15, hoping he makes it back to the bank.
To the bank. This first damage wave is always so impressive from Rock City's team.
I still haven't figured it out what they did.
I don't know what they did.
This match, they didn't even get him to down a third. So it was just that one round. For whatever reason.
Q is invading now and got, 1 kill. Healed a little bit of that damage back up.
Blade barrage on blockers.
The blade barrage, not a bad use of that, to be honest. It looks
I'm
like
gonna
he is
like
running
it.
the shards. Look at that.
Yeah. And also there were a couple of orbs behind him from another teammate using a super. So like that's really good situational awareness.
Sure.
Like, hey, there's orbs here.
Yep.
Let's just use my super. I'll get it back quickly, anyways.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I have to say, I it's times like these with these very effective teams that I do wish that we could get a glimpse into the gameplay from everybody. What I mean? Just to be able to see what, switch to the invader when they're invading, switch to the
There's just so many moving pieces. You know what I mean? Like,
so many.
This is where, like, okay, so like the tournament organization side, like people, have every view and they pick which one to show you. Like, that would be fun.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I get Sydney Johnson in chat asking for spectator mode. I think that's a great
spectator mode would be amazing for both PvP and Gambit.
Yep. And I think that having it only available in customs, obviously, so you can't, hack that into matchmaking and all that stuff. I think that's a wise choice.
I would love spectator mode.
I would love to see that. It would certainly make our jobs a lot easier, wouldn't it?
I mean, like for me, like working in broadcast management in esports for a while, like I became a big fan of games like Overwatch because they made my job so much easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, games like Overwatch set out from the get-go with that in mind.
Yeah.
Right? We want this to be a spectatable sport almost.
Spectatable?
Spectatable?
I have
you don't
questions.
think so? All right, chat. Somebody somebody give
Are we still playing Scrabble? And there it is, Rock City and team. It sounds like a type of potato. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it does sound a little bit like a potato. That's true.
Do you like your spectators crispy or
spectator tots? Yeah. So they did it. Rock City. Clean sweep. 3-0.
Dude, they just destroyed
Man.
that Primeval.
Unbelievable.
I wanted to ask him what they did to just get that much damage. Because
Well, we're
that's
gonna have to
impressive.
pull them in and find out, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, before we do that, why don't we congratulate both teams? That way, if we're talking to Rock for a while, then Bill's team wants to kind of keep moving.
Okay.
We can just get them both in to start, and then we can switch over to Rock to find out about their strategies.
All right, let's see if I can get to both of them real quick.
Yeah, that was great teamwork, guys. I'm really impressed by just the sheer volume of DPS output that was coming from that team. I'm always
Yeah, no kidding.
baffled by it.
Hello.
No kidding.
Hey.
Hello.
Jeez.
So, Bill,
Yeah, guys,
first of
that was
all,
unreal.
thank you so much for being a part of the show. Rock as
Yeah.
well. That was a lot of
It
fun.
was so much
That was
fun.
Great. You guys are awesome. Both teams did a great job. You gave chat a wonderful showing. Both
Yes.
of y'all.
Nice.
Oh.
Good. Good to
And
hear.
you got me itching to pull the recluse out of the vault.
100%.
Do it now. It's due for a nerf.
Another
Eventually, they
nerf?
gotta kill it.
Another
Another?
nerf?
They've
Oh.
got to eventually. It's still too good.
I hope not.
Oh my goodness. Well,
So,
Bill, we're gonna
congratulations, y'all.
say GG's to both teams, and thanks for
Yeah.
participating. Obviously, to those watching from either stream, if you're over on Mixer with Big Daddy Teach, if you're over here on Twitch with myself, please go check out both of these awesome streamers. Get to know them, their
Absolutely.
community. It's always great to find people that are willing to participate in an event like this, kind of unique, kind of off the wall, but something different. And
That was so much fun.
been a lot of fun.
That was fun. I agree.
Yeah,
Sweet.
absolutely. Really good times.
Yep.
We got some questions for you though, Rock. We want to know a little bit of insight into what was going on in those 3 games. You guys the boss was summoned. I remember Magic and I both noticing when you guys summoned your first boss in the first match, you got half the health bar gone without even a single buff of Primeval Slayer. That was ridiculous.
I don't think I've
So-
ever seen that.
My teammates will downplay it, but they're low key sweaty players.
Now we know.
They won't admit it, right? But they
Oh
carry
my
me in everything
goodness.
that we do.
Okay.
But we've also we were saying after the first 2 games, I think when you guys were interviewing Bill,
Sure.
we've played together since probably just before Shadowkeep launch,
Wow.
right? So the
Mhm.
fact that
Mhm.
I actually focused instead of being on mute talking to chat all the time meant that we had some decent communication for once.
Hey, guys.
That's
So we had-
streamer life, though.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I mute to talk to chat and then forget
Sure.
to unmute, and then I
Oh,
give all
okay.
my call outs to chat,
Oh my
and
gosh.
my
Mm.
team doesn't hear them.
Yep. So you're saying
Man.
that us putting you into this gauntlet of intense competition brought out
Right.
the hardcore side of RocCityRoller?
Brought out focus mode.
Oh my goodness. Focus mode engaged. That's
You're welcome.
incredible.
You're welcome, Rock's team.
Yeah, right?
yes.
So,
So
you
if you
guys,
guys could
you
come
guys
back
are using a
for
fair
trials.
amount of Gambit Prime armor, right? I noticed a few of you guys are wearing a few pieces that are getting taken
We
advantage of.
farmed it all this week.
Focus.
Just to prepare for this moment.
I was like, so Shadowkeep launched, we were getting all kinds of new gear, and I'm like, what can I get rid of? And I'm like, well, I've already got Dredgen. I'm not gonna go for Reckoner because I still like playing Destiny.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
And so I deleted all of my Gambit Prime gear.
Okay.
And then
Good.
Magic sent me a DM on Monday and was like, yeah, we're gonna play Gambit Prime. And I'm like,
Well, but you had
You're
a
welcome.
purple synthesizer, so you just had to run Reckoning a few times enough to get a full set. That was the
yeah. I mean, because I had done MMXIX, right? So I had farmed a full set of gear and tier 3 and everything at one point.
I love how he says
Um,
MMXIX just so
2019.
fast. Just rolled right off the tongue.
Right.
yeah.
So it was. I mean, it was a bit of reckoning.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely not as bad as having to level up all the way.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So you had Recluse Randy's, which I mean, we joked about the effectiveness of PvP pinnacle weapons in a PvE situation.
Yeah.
But then also your teammates must have had some pretty heavy DPS weapons on. Do you know what they were using to really chunk the bosses?
Yeah, how
like that
did
so
you get
quickly?
half health in one round? That's
So I
really what
know one teammate was running Anarchy.
Okay.
And obviously that's really strong.
Yes. Still have
To
yet
be
get that.
honest, I don't know. But yeah, no, Anarchy was a big one.
Okay.
I tried to hit with knives to make sure that we had that burn damage.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
And then we were getting very lucky with heavy ammo drops.
Okay.
Izanagi and Line in the Sand said
Yeah,
Mufasa.
so there you go.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
that's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Izanagi and line in the sand. Okay, so I'm assuming a firing line in the sand.
Yeah, but he said,
The way to
I
go.
asked him about that because I was like, Izanagi's was going to be the play, but as Sentry, I wanted to run Xenophage.
Sure.
And he said, well, firing line never procced because you guys were moving around too much.
And you still did that much damage.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's
And then by the
ridiculous.
time we got to third damage phase, he also had a Nighthawk golden gun.
Okay,
and that
so
was,
that's a big jump.
yeah, that's a big
Okay.
delivery on ×3.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Man,
That was impressive.
Listen, it was super impressive showing all 3 maps. We even tried to throw Deep Six Scorn at you. Didn't slow you down.
I tried.
Although I
we
did see
hated
Rock almost
Scorn.
die to a fire turret.
Yeah, that was close. I got
yeah.
scared. And then the second game, I almost died to a Cursed Thrall.
Dude, they will
I
get
turned
you.
around and I saw him staring, like I saw deep into his soul, and I was like, "This is not good."
I have the shortest. Sorry, I have a short story about Chris Thrall. So we were trying to do the Crota flawless for the back in D1 days, and I had smoke bombs, and my teammate had kept dying to Chris Thrall, so we had to reset it like 3 or 4 times or whatever. And so we're just like running through where the lanterns are, and I throw a smoke bomb right at him, and I say Curse Thrall, and he just freaks out, and it was fun. So now that I know you're also afraid of Curse Thrall,
Yeah,
watch out for teammates throwing smoke bombs at you.
Right.
It's
Right.
scary.
we're all Destiny players here. If you haven't died because you panic melee to Cursed Thrall, you haven't played enough Destiny.
Ain't that the truth, man? Gosh, well, I can't tell you enough how cool it is to see the different. I mean, this was a totally different show from the last time we did this. Wouldn't you say,
Yeah,
Magic?
yeah,
What was it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like as far as like shoutcasting in the interviews, it's running a lot smoother, but also like totally different because every content creator, every streamer has their own style, and that plays
Yeah.
into the show in different ways. It's really fun.
Sure, yeah.
And I mean, even I'm watching you guys on PC. Our last matchup was Xbox.
Yep, it's true.
And watching that kind of go down in terms of people, your weapon choices were things that in my experience would not have worked in a console environment. Recluse especially. You took on I laughed. You took on a Shrieker with a Recluse. I went, there's no way anybody
Yeah,
could
yeah.
do
You
that.
do that.
And I was like, I told him to watch out for Shriekers. He's just like,
Yeah.
I got this. SMG, no problem.
Meanwhile, we're used to, we don't have that nice straight
That was
line of
wild.
bullets over on console. We gotta control that recoil.
Yeah, so
pattern.
explain this to me. Point and click? Like, wait.
Right, yeah,
wait.
how's that work?
Look at the name. Just left click on their heads. That's all you gotta do. It's really easy.
That's what that
Oh,
is.
Just left click on their hand. Yeah.
Okay. Look at that.
You
PC code.
conceded SOB. That all right. Yep. Good.
I like it. So
Oh,
real
man.
quick, Rock. I know like you were streaming on Mixer for a while. How long have you been on Twitch now?
Oh God. Someone just popped an 8-month resub
Okay.
today, so 8 months.
Okay. So a
Yeah.
hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it came back I think around July, August timeframe.
Now you say came back. You made a switch from Twitch.
So I
initially.
started on Twitch. Gosh, it had to be almost 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was streaming a little game called Project Session, which was a skateboarding game.
Is it on in the background?
Is that?
what
Yeah, I was
that
just gonna ask. Is that what the background is inspired
No, this is
by?
actually a different skateboarding game that I've been playing a lot.
Is that
of,
Tony
but,
Hawk? That's the only skateboarding game I've ever played. Just Tony Hawk Pro
Hawk, yeah.
Skater.
But no, originally I had gotten into it because we had one of our good friends that we played Destiny with. Actually, he was on the team Hawks. He
Okay.
travels for work.
Fox. No way. He's a skateboard fan then. Okay.
No, and so he would play Destiny with us, and so I'd gotten into streaming, so that I could stream our games while he was out of town.
Right.
And he could watch and hang out in the party and chat with everybody,
Aw.
and like it was there. And I was
Cool.
like, this is kind of cool. Like people started coming in the chat and talking to me, but yeah, I switched over to Mixer, and I was over at Mixer for about 1.5 years. Started a pretty nice community over there with a couple of friends.
So one of us was
community.
you started it?
It was so the founders were myself, Robert M. Catalano,
Huh?
Whiskey Tango, who is actually the people's partner in your chat right now, Magic.
Oh.
and Toolator.
Okay.
And then another streamer, Jay Crisby. There was like 5 of us, and we got together and we're like, let's start a stream team and see what happens.
Yeah.
And it kind of took off, and it's, I think, way bigger than any of us ever imagined.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
But yeah, so we did that thing over there for quite a while, and then back in July, I decided to make a switch back over to Twitch, and I've been here ever since.
Excellent.
So here's a throwback. You introduced me to Robert M. Catalano back in the day when I was doing my Fortnite Triple Threat streamer feature show. That's just wild. Like how that all, like the connections and stuff. So is your channel now focused on Destiny 2, or do you play other games as well?
So I would say that most of my channel is focused on Destiny 2, and then typically one day a week I play the game that you see in the back, Skater XL. So it's a game.
Skater XL.
Yeah, so it's on Steam.
Okay.
It's on Steam in early access.
All right.
I had gotten involved with the development back before it dropped on early access. So I've been playing it with them, working with the devs to help kind of develop the game and build it into a really nice skateboarding simulation. And so I play that. I used to when I was younger.
Sure.
I can't afford to get hurt anymore. And
man, you're preaching to the choir here, man.
I find that much like my nights out, I don't recover as quickly anymore. So
Nights out, Teach and Dad Got Game dancing at the club. I mean,
well, listen,
I saw that. Nice.
I recovered well from that.
Yeah,
no, I only asked because I myself used to skate competitively in high school, so that was
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've always been like involved like in that community, and then played a lot of the EA Skate series like way back when I was in college.
Okay, so for any of the skater fans in chat, any of you guys who used to skate or would know this, Rock, let's see if you and I let's play a little game. Tell me your favorite skate brand, no matter what they made, decks, shoes, whatever, that is just no longer around anymore. That you could have talked to somebody about in 2002 and they'd have been like, oh yeah, them. And if you mentioned it today, people would be like, who?
I couldn't even start because I don't know who's around anymore.
All right, let me give you one. Let me give you mine right here. Okay, you know who I wish was still around and kicking in a meaningful way, because I know they still exist technically.
Yeah.
Man, where my S Shoes fans at?
Oh
Where my S Shoes fans at? Where my Spitfire Wheels fans at?
My first deck was a popsicle stick, and I don't think that they've been around for. I'm probably dating myself there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they've been around for probably 15 years.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I remember Toy Machine, Alien Workshop, a lot of guys that just don't exist anymore. They're, you look at some of the big names that really took over in that space. Plan B, Girl, Almost. Enjoy was big for a hot minute. They got pretty big. But even Tony's company, even Birdhouse kind of fell by the wayside. And that man, I remember like in the days of Rocket Power and
Rocket Power. Oh my god.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Dude, skateboarding was as popular as vape pens are now. Like it was like, you couldn't meet somebody who wasn't a skateboarder. You'd be like,
right?
You skate?
I
like,
mean,
I
had a pair of Nike shoes that were in the skater style. Does that count?
Yeah, that totally counts.
Well, I mean, you think about it, that was all part of the culture, right? Everybody was buying skateboards.
Yep.
Everybody was wearing skate shoes. My mom had a pair of DC Manteca skate shoes. All right, like honestly, like it was everybody had them.
Yeah.
And Etnies. Yeah, somebody just dropped Etnies in the chat, dude.
Yeah, that's another one.
What happened to Ryan Sheckler? Speaking of Etnies, where'd he go?
He's still around.
He was gonna be like a prodigy, wasn't he? And he just turned 18 and disappeared. I
think he still skates. It's all on YouTube these days.
Man, you know who I've been watching on Instagram is Nia Houston. That guy can shred.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
He is nuts.
Yeah.
Man.
Gnarly grind, bro.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, listen, I'm gonna give that one to you, Magic, because I know you're trying. All right. Because I know you're trying.
That's all I got.
But Gnarly's more for snowboarders. I'm just gonna protect you from next time you engage the youths. Gnarly's for snowboarders. All right.
What's up, fellow youths?
Shex is still doing. Tucker Eyes in chat says Shex is still doing crazy stuff for Red Bull. He's one of their top skaters. Oh no, wait. So he's just out there doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
We got people talking about wearing Supras. Man, Supras were too new,
Oh my
man. Chad
God.
Muska tried to make those a thing, and let me tell you a story about Supras. They're hot and trendy and high fashion now. When Rock and I were skating, you wore Supras, you were a loser.
Yep.
Everybody made fun of you. Like, get some real shoes, dude. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna wear these basketball shoes out here to go skateboard? What's wrong with you?
Right.
Dude,
my chat just
yeah.
says, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm like, yeah, same. I thought this was a Destiny show, but like
It is
apparently
absolutely a
not.
Destiny show. Well, you know,
Remember
I
to think about-
just think it's interesting. We're all
No, it's
passionate about
good.
Destiny now, where you and I can recite any number of weapon perks and barrel names
Sure.
and
Sure.
bounties and and currencies that we keep track of. But you know, like, to think there was a time when, in the same way that video games has now bled into mainstream like Fortnite has, there was a time that skateboarding and the
Yeah.
skateboarding brands were the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
profound.
Pretty freaking
Yeah, I think it was.
cool.
I think the craziest thing was like last year when I was just flipping through the channels and I saw like the Overwatch League on like ABC.
That's nuts, man.
It was on a main channel. I'm like, holy smokes! Like, this is crazy. I turned it on. My wife was like, "We're not watching this."
Oh,
It's worth a shot.
Turn this crap off.
Yeah.
Put on Fixer Upper.
Go back to
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you
Man, we
need
love
to
us
get
some
one of those
Fixer Upper down here in
side-by-side TV things going on.
Yeah,
Right.
there you
Fixer
go.
Upper,
There you go,
Overwatch. But like, I would be torn because I would want to watch both at the same time.
Same.
Which I have
Guys,
done.
listen. Y'all youths in the chat are gonna know someday, but there's gonna come a point when you're gonna see Chip and Joanna Gaines on the TV, and you're gonna go, man, look at that living room.
That's why.
called
I mean, that's
adulthood.
why I have 5 monitors in the den. Right? It's like
You're
there's
just gonna
something going on here.
So
Just
you can watch your
draw.
Fixer
Like,
Upper
you
while you're
cannot
Exactly.
deny the open concept draw with B-board for too long. It's just
all
it's
about
gonna
the
take
open
over.
Concept and
Yeah.
the ship lap.
Ship
That's
lab,
a ship lab.
yes.
Open concept ship lab. Give me some subway tiles on the backsplash.
Man, I
Come
mean,
on,
white, paint all the walls in a light cream color. We're good to go.
Good. Great.
I'll never forget. We moved to Texas. And one of the first things I did was I took Amanda to Waco.
What have
so
you
we
done?
Could go and see it all and be there and that's like Disneyland for grown-ups up there, man. Let me tell you, they got a turf field where with food trucks parked all around it. You can just sample like a
Okay.
Belgian waffle and then a hot pretzel and get a sweet tea and then you go shopping for throw pillows. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Okay, okay. I could believe this.
And I didn't
Sounds like
know
a
this
good
until
time.
we went, but apparently well, not apparently, it's the truth. But the bakery that's there that she always gets the cupcakes from at the end of all the episodes, or kids
Yeah.
bring her the cup, she owns that. That's on the property.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can buy the cupcakes while you're there, which we did.
The whole conglomerate.
This
They are
whole
delicious.
conversation.
She's gonna be president. All right, this woman is like, this is an empire she's building out here in Texas.
It's wild. It's wild. So, anyways,
Yeah. Gambit and Destiny stuff. We're just getting a little too
Magic's
grown up
trying
over here. on
so
the screen.
hard to steer this conversation somewhere
no,
else.
no. I enjoy it.
It's fun.
I knew
But
when
if
I
you can have
asked
fun, what are you
Big
doing?
Daddy Teach to co-host the show with me. Like, I knew what I was in for. It's okay. I accepted it.
We bonded hard at PAX South this year.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
good
did you?
times.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. It was great. We had a blast.
So, Rock, what's next for you and your channel? GCX at all this summer?
GCX is I'm probably gonna fall short again this year. GCX is always tough, right? Because
Yeah.
the problem is they moved it to Orlando, and the
Yeah.
reason that's an issue is my wife is a big Disney fan.
yeah.
So now,
Oh,
in order for me to go to Orlando, I can't go to Orlando and not bring her and Pebble, right? Which that just
Gotcha.
gets exponentially more expensive.
Sure.
makes
I
sense.
mean, I
so yeah,
myself
probably-
am planning a Disney trip after GCX this year, so I
Yeah.
feel you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a whole bunch of renovations to the house. So actually,
Okay.
like this whole streaming
Good job,
area
Chip.
is new to me as of like last summer.
Oh, it looks
so
awesome though. It looks
All
really
the money
good.
has been going there.
Cool.
I mean, I can understand that. Like, there's always, there's always the next year or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah.
having your permanent
Yeah, I mean,
residence,
next-
something you're proud of.
Next
Yeah.
things are just gonna be season or worthy tomorrow or Tuesday. Like, we're
Tuesday,
excited
yeah.
for that. You know.
Trials
I'm
for
pretty excited
you?
for that myself. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some trials.
Okay.
Like I said, I am not a sweat, but I play with sweats. So
Yeah, can
maybe I'll
West
make it
can
to
West be
Lighthouse.
on my team?
Listen, can we
I don't know, man.
I don't don't think we have to have such a degrading term for people who care about their PvP experience. Okay.
I
That's all I'm
care
trying to
about it.
say. I am not a competitive Destiny 2 player. However, I think the people who are maybe don't want to be associated with stank body liquid. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, somebody had to
was
speak up for
I
them.
I like to have a relaxed and chill and fun-loving environment in my channel. So
Huh?
I didn't stream any of my grind to get recluse because
Okay.
I'm not always the happiest of people when I play comp.
that.
But yeah, we'll get into trials.
Awesome.
Excellent.
The
Excellent.
feeling
That's
of
good news.
Elim is too good to avoid.
It
Whether
is too
it's,
good to
you know,
avoid. That's
whether-
absolutely true. Man, there's just something about that. Something about that. Now, let me ask you a question, Rob,
Mhm.
and Magic, because I want to get your take on this too. Now that we're just having a little nice chat about season worthy. Trials of Osiris was 9-0 flawless.
Yeah.
Trials of the 9, 7-0 flawless.
Buffs, Teach. It's
Now,
because of the
know,
buffs.
I know, but listen,
Okay.
now that it's coming back, and all they've said is that after an undisclosed number of wins, you
Yeah,
go to Lighthouse. Now, what's it going to be? We going 9 or we getting 7?
I think it's gonna be 9 again.
We got Boons coming back.
I
No.
think
I think it's
that they
7.
realized that they caught lightning in a bottle with trials in the first try, and
Yep.
they're gonna
That's
try to
wild
replicate
story.
that as much as possible.
Yep. That's
I mean, they really
I-
did. Like that was just such an
I
amazing.
disagree, but that's just because I would like it to like be back to the D1 trials, but I think they will probably want to tie some things in to Trials of the 9. That would be my
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't. It's just
I don't
all
know.
the imaging and the branding on the videos just doesn't seem like it. Just seems like they're leaning very
return.
much towards
Yeah.
OG Trials of
Yeah,
Osiris.
that's true.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If they just said, "Hey, we're gonna throw the old Trials of the 9 armor pieces into the win
Sure.
loot pool, like post game loot pool," just because, like, I mean, I played all year one. I never got a cloak drop. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. Like, I would have liked to have had one. I got everything else.
There's
But I never got
nothing
a cloak
wrong with
drop.
more loot in Destiny.
No. So, like, if they want to say, "Hey, go Lighthouse for that Egyptian style, like, really prestigious gear."
Oh, you mean Trials of Osiris gear? You
Trials
said
of
Trials
Osiris
of 9.
gear?
Okay, yeah.
No, I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Okay.
Trials of Osiris gear goes into
Okay.
your Lighthouse loot pool, right?
Sure.
And as a post game, like, hey, we won a match of trials.
Yeah.
The year one Trials of the 9 gear
There you
would
go.
be back as loot pool drops in their Armor 2.0 versions to throw some mods on and do all this kind of crazy stuff. I don't know. The,
I
game,
mean-
the
I like that,
code's in
Siege.
the game.
I liked almost nothing about Trials of the 9. I don't like 4. I like 3v3 better than 4. The playlists, I didn't like the maps, like the first map that they started with, I wasn't a fan. And then the whole like
Okay.
theme of it with the armor sets, and then what's her name? The floaty lady that you go talk
Emissary.
to. Yeah, the
The
emissary.
emissary.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy any of that. It was so bland, I guess. So I love the Egyptian style, the gold and black, everything coming back.
Yeah,
It
but
was-
where's my cat armor at? Okay. Okay.
One
So
thing
I'm
at a
not trying to
time.
look like a mummy. All right. I'm
My-
trying to look like a Bastet. Let's go.
My issue is the hunter gear from year 1 trials was not very good.
I mean,
Like
Amen
the
and
year
amen.
2
Preach.
hunter gear was
Preach.
much better.
are you
Preach.
guys
That's what I'm
like
saying, the
best
cat
friends
armor.
now? Like, what
Yeah.
just
Cat armor.
happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
The cat. Okay, the stuff that had like the
Give me my kitty
holographic add-ons.
No, no,
that
no,
was
no, no,
slick.
no, no.
If
That
we
was
get
good. I
like
like that too. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, even
Each-
just without the ornaments,
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
hot.
if each season we get like if next season we get like the cat armor, I'm okay. I'm okay with
Okay.
that. But
All right.
I think that
the year
Okay.
yeah.
one, I'm not
We'll have to see where
I'm not excited about the hunter gear.
No, I don't want. I don't want to be a mummy. I'm not trying to be a mummy, bro.
Yeah.
They did that to me with the Leviathan armor for Callus, and it made me mad. And it's gonna make me mad doing it in Trials of Osiris.
Wow, somebody had to be a whiner. I'm just excited. Trials of Osiris is coming
Oh,
back.
me too. Me too.
I am too, so much. We played a little bit of like quote unquote trials practice last weekend and
Oh,
just
yeah?
got like a team
Oh,
into
did you?
like Elim,
There you
and
go.
it feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I've been doing a ton of survival lately. I was working on Unbroken, and then I was working on getting Not Forgotten, and I was helping somebody else level up. So I've been doing a ton of survival. So PvP feels good. I'm definitely not like I haven't done a lot of Elim, but I feel like my ability to customize my loadout and like playing PvP in general is more important than adjust the playlist.
Yeah, so like my issue with survival was I felt like you got like the same effect, but there was no like it didn't incentivize your team to push, right? So like
Right.
in trials and in elim, like if you get that first pick and your team coordinates a nice push, right, you've gained that advantage. Where like survival didn't offer you that, because if you got that first pick and you pushed, they were respawning anyways.
Sure.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
Now,
that's
real
always
quick. Have they confirmed that it's elimination?
don't put this evil on me, Teach.
I mean,
I'm
I
asking
feel
the
like
question.
everybody knows it's Elim. I don't know if I've actually seen that.
I have seen nowhere that it is Trials of Osiris 3v3
It's-
elimination.
it's
I feel like
3v3
it
elimination.
was.
I
I feel like
yeah.
I saw somewhere that it was 3v3 elimination.
Gotta
Everybody in
be.
all these chats just went into a cold sweat panic.
Yeah. Thanks, Teej. Today's anxiety brought to you by
West,
Big Daddy
you're
Teej. Mixer.com/Big Daddy Teej.
Well, listen, Rock City, congratulations again, man. You're an absolute god. You did it.
Thank you guys.
You played some Gambit
Appreciate it.
Prime. You kicked butt.
Let me
And,
know when you guys need us to come back for the Champions League. We'll be
heck
ready.
Oh.
dude. Well,
Oh.
you got CD Johnson to deal with at that point, so you better get your mouse button ready.
If cross-platform was possible.
Oh, he's on PC.
We'll
Oh,
be
that's
here.
true. That's true. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
CD's on PC.
Yeah,
He's on
we'll
PC.
talk about it. We'll see what happens.
It'll be
All
fun.
right.
Thanks so much, Rock. It's been fun.
Thank
You're
you
very
guys. Have a good night.
You too, buddy.
Good
Magic.
freaking stuff.
GG's indeed. Now, as is typical of us at this point, we've
Yes.
still got plenty of evening left. I would
mean-
like to partner up for